What if I told you that the next global tech power isn't in Silicon Valley? It is not in Taiwan, it is not even in China. It is Vietnam. While the world panicked over empty car showrooms, delayed smartphones, and gaming console shortages, Vietnam saw something else. The global semiconductor shortage wasn't just a supply chain hiccup, it exposed a dangerous concentration of power. More than 60% of the world's advanced chips are manufactured in Taiwan, largely dominated by TSMC. And when geopolitical tensions rise around Taiwan, global markets tremble. Add a pandemic, add lockdowns, add trade wars between Washington and Beijing. Suddenly, the world realized something critical. Semiconductors are not just components, they are strategic assets. They are economic weapons. They power fighter jets, artificial intelligence, satellites, electric vehicles, data centers, and entire financial systems. Control chips, and you control the modern world. So, as global corporations begin searching for alternatives to concentrated supply chains, one strategy emerged: China plus one, and that is where Vietnam enters the picture. Vietnam sits along one of the most critical maritime corridors in the world, the South China Sea trade route. It shares a border with China, allowing seamless integration into existing manufacturing ecosystems. But it is not China. That distinction matters. Companies seeking diversification without abandoning Asia found Vietnam uniquely positioned, politically stable, economically competitive, diplomatically agile, and deeply integrated into global trade agreements with the United States, Europe, and Asia Pacific economies. This isn't accidental growth, it is strategic. Former agricultural plains are being transformed into high-tech industrial corridors. Provinces like Bac Ninh and Ho Chi Minh City are rapidly becoming semiconductor hubs. Global giants are already embedded here. Intel has invested heavily in chip assembly and testing facilities. Samsung Electronics continues expanding its advanced manufacturing footprint. Amcor Technology is building massive packaging plants. Vietnam may not yet dominate advanced fabrication like Taiwan, but here is what most people miss. Back-end semiconductor processes, packaging, testing, and assembly are strategically critical. The more stages of the supply chain a country controls, the more resilient it becomes. And resilience is the currency of the new geopolitical order. Meanwhile, a global subsidy war is underway. The United States launched the CHIPS Act. China is investing billions into domestic semiconductor independence. Europe is racing for chip sovereignty. This is not ordinary economics, this is industrial warfare. Vietnam isn't trying to outspend superpowers. Instead, it is offering targeted tax incentives, land subsidies, infrastructure upgrades, and regulatory speed. It is positioning itself not as a challenger, but as a stabilizer, a neutral node in a fragmented world. In geopolitics, neutrality, when paired with reliability, becomes leverage, and leverage becomes power. As tensions escalate between Washington and Beijing, Vietnam quietly strengthens its relevance. It doesn't shout, it doesn't provoke, it integrates. Semiconductors power defense systems, 5G infrastructure, AI computing, and green energy transitions. The country that secures steady access to chips secures sovereignty. Vietnam understands this, but the transformation is not guaranteed. To become a true high-tech fortress, Vietnam must upgrade its power grid, invest in engineering education, build advanced R&D capabilities, and avoid over-dependency on foreign capital. If it succeeds, it doesn't just become another manufacturing base, it becomes indispensable. And history shows something profound. Nations that become indispensable rarely need to dominate loudly, they influence quietly. The semiconductor war is reshaping the global order, and somewhere between rice fields and silicon wafers, Vietnam is building more than factories. It is building strategic relevance. It is building resilience. It is building power. If you want deep geopolitical breakdowns that go beyond headlines, subscribe to @Manish Sarji. And to build personal power in your own life, visit evolavax.com, the only personal transformation platform for men built for discipline, clarity, and elite growth. And if you are planning your global education journey, reach out to Vidya Infinity for expert education consultancy that helps you make strategic career decisions. Because whether it is nations or individuals, the future belongs to those who position themselves wisely.